Welcome to Fashion Star. It's week 8 and nearly $4.5 million has been spent on hot new designs.
That's cool.
They're like, ooh, girl, I like your outfit.
On Team Jessica, Hunter and Jessie Ray and Garrett remain. Hunter is looking for redemption after last week's disappointment.
I honestly didn't feel like you met the challenge.
On Team John, Cassandra and Sylvia continue to seek the buyer's advice.
It's also really important that you sell to all three of us if I want to see you here at the end.
And Nicole's only remaining designer, Daniel,
It's a perfect 10.
hopes to keep the momentum going.
Do we have a bidding war?
Let's do this.
Last week, the mentors pushed the designers to their limits.
Everybody that's here could win.
Forget puking. I'm gonna pass out.
The risks were great, but so were the rewards.
Joanna and Daniel!
You both now have a brand new car.
The buyers made explosive bids. And the clothes sold out across America.
I'm a fan.
Wow.
Wow.
Tonight, the designers will face their biggest challenge yet.
One piece for a woman and one piece for a man.
I've never in my life even attempted menswear.
I think you should go with your gut.
Everybody's expectations are even higher.
And 4 designers will take one step closer to the grand prize. An exclusive collection with 3 of the biggest retailers, Macy's, Saks Fifth Avenue, and Express. With only 2 weeks left until the finale, who will make it to the end?
I'm not upset. I just want to win.
Fashion Star starts now.
Welcome back to Fashion Star. I'm your host, Louise Rowe, and we've got an unbelievable night ahead of us. 5 of our top designers remain in the competition. Advising them along the way are brilliant mentors, Jessica Simpson, John Barbatos, and Nicole Ritchie. This week, our designers are venturing into unfamiliar territory for an incredibly difficult challenge. Let's take a look as our mentors told them exactly what they were up against.
Hey guys. Wow. So you guys have made it 8 weeks into the competition. This week, we've decided to really push you as designers.
Get ready because we are about to force you out of your comfort zones.
You guys have already wowed us with your women's wear. But this week, we're gonna ask you to do something more.
This challenge is to bridge the gender gap. We want you to create one piece for a woman in 2 colors and one piece for a man in 2 colors.
Cool.
Hunter's freaking out.
This is 100% the hardest challenge for me. I've never in my life even attempted to design menswear. Plus, we have to create 4 garments. This is insane.
Good luck, everybody.
Hey, how are you?
Awesome. A lot of the designers are gonna get a little bit stressed out trying to create menswear this week. I think it's important that they all stay true to their design aesthetic and make sure that everything is tailored and fit well, because in the end, that is kind of what matters. I feel like you guys are constantly pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, but you're so good at handling it. Really awesome.
Amazing news, we sold to all 3 stores.
It's really important that you sell to all 3 of us if I want to see you here at the end, which I do. So I'm going to back off and let Express have this one.
Thank you.
Reese did us a huge favor, and the fact that we've made it this far is amazing.
We have no formal fashion background. I went to school for law. Garrett went to school for business.
Have you ever even dipped into doing men's at all?
We toyed with it for a bit in our careers.
That was during the learning process,
Yeah.
so I don't know how good it was. We have earned ourselves a PhD in the School of Hard Knocks, and it really paid off.
All right, cool, guys. I'm excited.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
So how you guys feeling about everything?
Good, nervous. I mean, the time management gets harder.
Because you're making 4 pieces.
Yes.
Designers are under a lot of pressure right now. I still have Cassandra and Sylvia. I think they're 2 of the strongest designers. But you can't lose sight of the competition around us is now the best of the best. You really need to think about each one of those stores, everybody's expectations are even higher because they've already seen what you can do.
I'm still kind of recovering from being on the bottom 2 in the previous challenge and having no offers. I don't want to also get into the routine of doing the same thing that's worked for me already.
It's got to be something that they need to buy.
I'm not playing it safe. I'm going to take a huge risk and do a pant. I want to show that I can branch out and do anything, and that I'm not afraid. It's this loose Japanese style kind of pant with lots of zippers and details. My inspiration for these pants, I definitely want the more rock and roll vibe that the buyers seem to really like in me. My parents are gonna come if I make the top 3. I haven't seen them literally in over a year and a half. My parents, they live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and they haven't seen anything I've done in fashion because I'm working so much. And there's too much fabric in here, it's like a lady's pant. It would be so special to have them actually come and experience firsthand what I've been doing since leaving Canada. So I just really need to get to that final 3.
Hi, it's you, it's me, it's us.
Oh, hello. I like that you put muscles on him.
Well,
At this point, I only have Daniel left on my team, and he's someone that I've always been passionate about. So I guess the good news is that now I just get to focus all of my energy onto Daniel.
what about the idea of doing a denim jacket for him?
That could be really cool, and you and saleable. Daniel's process here has really been a roller coaster. He has had some of the biggest buys, and he has had 0 buys for weeks in a row. At this stage in the game, I just have to push Daniel to design what speaks to him.
I really don't feel good about myself when I'm not taking risks.
I think that you should go with your heart. I think you should go with your gut. All right, I think you gotta go to the fabric store.
Okay.
I love fabric.
And there were some crunchier ones, which I thought you'd like.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
more my style.
This week, I'm going fabric shopping with all the designers. I think everybody wants a little sounding board for the men's product. I wonder if it starts to feel a little bit outdoor sports guy, you know, where these other things are all kind of chicer. The men's trends are really more about color, fabric, and loosely around silhouette, because in men's where the silhouettes change so slowly. What kind of fabric direction for the men's that's going to cross over into the women's? You know, you want it to look like your collection, not so sporty.
More sophisticated.
When I was starting out in the industry in places like Ralph Lauren and Calvin Klein, those companies really had synergy between their men's and women's collection, and that's what the buyers are looking for. It's fun. I actually think it's spot on.
I think it's a really cool print for a woman.
Okay.
I mean, it could skew a little bit older. So just make sure the cut is really sexy.
Sure. For our women's wear piece, we are designing a shirt dress. And for the men's wear, we are doing this really cool shirt jacket.
The ultimate challenge is that one needs to play off the other. We're doing the two-way zipper, top to bottom, and then we'll have a placket that covers it.
I like the placket.
Yeah.
We're essentially taking this zipper and incorporating it into not only the dress, but we're the shirt jacket as well. So when the two walk down together, the buyers will see a very strong correlation. All right, thanks, Jessica.
Hey. See it on the runway.
All right, see ya.
I want us to, because I want to have some details. I think this is beautiful for men and women. I really like this fabric for the polo. This week I'm creating my version of what a polo should be for a guy. It's gonna have like snaps all the way. And for the women's, I'm gonna do asymmetric. Top is gonna have like one sleeve is gonna be 3/4 and the other sleeve is gonna be long. I have like a lot of like ideas, but I don't wanna like overdo it. It has to be maybe something more simple.
Yeah.
I decided not to go so complicated because for me, a man looks good when he's simple and chic.
You're one of the most talented designers in this competition, no doubt about it. Is that showing enough? And would you do that in your own collection? Sylvia's been bought a number of times by Tarrant, but the other stores, they're not that confident that she can deliver to their customers. If all you're doing is giving them something basic, they don't necessarily need that.
Usually polos are like super, and the guys look like the colors. So I think first of all, I would make it lower,
Long placket,
a lot of buttons.
Okay,
Yes.
if you feel strongly, then I think you can.
I'm making like a denim jacket for the guy, but it's gonna have a lot of top stitching and stuff that feels like a motorcycle jacket. Immediately, I was like, I'm making denim because everyone wears denim. Oh my God. You love it? I'm gonna do a romper for women, and I think that the denim jacket is a staple for men. I got this amazing, narrow Japanese denim, and I just feel like this is begging to be bleached and painted and
You have to
loved.
distress it a little bit. 'Cause
Exactly.
It's so crisp and new.
I mean, I'll like put it on and go lay in the sink.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I like it.
I'm learning about my own spectrum of creativity, where I fit in a commercial world and where I fit in general. It's been this really weird journey for me because my whole life, you could look at me and tell that I didn't belong. I was always experimenting with ripping up jeans and wearing leg warmers. It's been a really long road for me to understand who I am as a designer.
I'm kind of freaking out.
Why?
I have not started my men's pattern.
Uh-oh.
Even though I haven't been on the chopping block, I'm coming off of a tough week.
I was this close to not buying because I honestly didn't feel like you met the challenge.
That got me concerned. So this week, I am following the challenge to a T. I think everyone's looking at what I'm doing and being like, what is Hunter doing? I am gonna do an anorak. It's like a rain jacket. One for a guy that's a little bit more buttoned up and conservative, and have a more modern approach for a woman. Something kind of outside of the box that they wouldn't expect from me.
Is this it right here?
Yeah, I've done dresses, I've done a skirt, so I just wanted to show them some sort of innovativeness that's different. This is gonna have like a bungee cord, a pocket here. There's a zipper at the neck, so there's actually a hood that rolls up and goes...
On top of all of that?
Well, yeah. Is it too much?
This is the first week that I have been nervous for Hunter. Is the hood gonna be in this, or is it gonna start?
And it'll roll in to
But
this.
it's just, how useful is that gonna be?
Yep.
It is way too late in the game to be doing something that's completely out of the box. I mean, she could go home for this. Yeah, I'm not trying to burst your bubble
Oh,
or
no.
anything.
Listen,
Okay.
I want as much feedback as I can get from you.
I mean, I think you're definitely stepping out there and taking a risk, but don't push it too far. You know what I mean?
I'm starting to sense that this might be a disaster.
Well, the beauty of where you are right now is that you get a free pass.
There are no free passes at this point in the game. There are none.
Coming up,
We've got to get this finished.
Espresso.
fashion stars leading ladies unravel.
I'm a complicated one, and this time I made it simple. I have to pay for the consequences.
And with only 2 weeks left until the finale, who will make it to the end?
I wanted a dart in the center back.
It was okay?
The challenge this week is doing menswear and womenswear that complement each other. And plus, we have to do 4 garments, and so of course I do something difficult, like a pant. Garrett, could you come here for a sec? I need to borrow your crotch.
I'm not wearing underwear, so I'll be touching.
At this point in the competition, I'm just trying to show my versatility as a designer and make it to the final 4. Hopefully it works.
Did you find some things?
I found some things. Okay, I found this, and I want you to just roll with me on this for a sec.
This is one of the big fabrics of the season for you.
Is
I'm
it?
rolling with you, baby. I'm rolling. Last week, Cassandra almost went home, but I believe in Cassandra. She started off in men's, so she's very comfortable with it. I've seen something clicking. I think you're on a roll.
Having John Barbados, one of the premier menswear designers, gush over me, it's just that boost of confidence that I often lack in myself.
You're gonna blow everybody's minds with this. If you get the fit and the
Yeah.
drape,
Yeah.
Hunter, this is what I live in.
You love?
I love.
Rose, I kind of love the fit too, don't
Yeah.
you? I don't have any concerns with the women's fit. This jacket's too long. And then the collar is like so off. Not digging. The men's fitting is starting to worry me. The garment is huge, it's baggy. You want me to take this off? So I'm just basically starting from scratch. And I'm looking at the clock thinking, this is not gonna get done. Oh, it looks like an old grandpa's jacket.
It's not gonna close any more than that. He's huge. Like, so much wider than a girl. I'm like daunted by the size of Adam's shoulders. I don't even think it's human, but I feel confident about the way everything looks and fits. My pieces really look like they mirror each other, and I'm not sure anyone else's really do.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. It's one of my favorite things I've done. I also feel like my model fittings are sending like a subtle hint of like intimidation to some of my competitors. How tall are you?
6'2½".
That must be fun.
Lima, isn't this like too high though, the arm? Nahid, look, I think we need more than an inch. And it's half an inch lower.
Didn't even realize that you made that. I thought it was just like his shirt. A polo shirt. Not what I expected from Sylvia.
I've done it already, it's too many sophisticated things.
Normally she has a seriously high-end look going on, and then this just feels really everyday.
This is not finished, they haven't started the other one. Lima, she's gonna put the binding here, okay? I want her to finish with binding. It has to look good because
I do by hand. I can do with my hand.
Pero it looks good.
Yeah. If it's not good, you kill me.
How does it feel in the rise, in the back rise? Is it like riding up?
I don't feel anything back
Okay. Yeah, shaking your ass in my face.
Oh, this is really pretty. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's very sexy.
The shirt dress looks phenomenal,
The longer it is, looks like a shirt.
but we're concerned about the men's.
It's starting to look a little bit plain. We need it needs pockets. This whole front is too flat.
I don't know, guys. Take it from someone who used to do menswear. Jesse Ray and Garrett, I'm not really a fan of like the men's jacket. Kind of reminded me like something I'd seen in a correctional facility. It looks a little prison-y right now. Just joking, you guys.
I want to distress this, but we don't have a washing machine, so I'm stopping. I'm not upset. I just want to win.
Simon, we've got to get this finished.
Don't do it. No, we don't have time, Anna. No. I show you. This is the back. We are about to turn in our garments, but my seamstress is still doing the men's. I'm just so upset. I guess I feel more comfortable when I do complicated things, because complicated is just my DNA. No, I came espresso, and I told her what to do. We still need to put this on the sides.
Of the designers, I think our biggest competition is Sylvia. If she's left to the final three, she could win this.
She needs something. I don't know what she needs. I hate when things don't come out right, and especially when things are so simple. I'm a complicated one, and this time I made it simple, and I have to pay for the consequences, and I feel like I don't want to show anything.
Coming up, will Sylvia's simple designs leave the buyers wanting more?
Shoot.
And later, the season finale is 2 weeks away, and tonight...
It is impossible to make this decision.
I'm so in shock.
One designer's dream will come to an end.
Welcome back to Fashion Star, where tonight, whether you're a man or a woman, there's a look for you. That's because our designers are focusing on both genders, creating two versatile designs. John's designers are getting ready to showcase their looks backstage.
I wanted kind of loose curls, like very Bridget Bardot-y.
And Bridget always has that little tuck up. We could do some Spa Professional's Root Boost right here just to give it a little extra volume.
Okay, cool.
And then everything's down.
Perfect.
And fabulous.
I need some help. Where's my other model? I don't see my other model. This is so pulling. Did you
I haven't touched it.
It doesn't look good. No, take it off. This challenge has been a disaster. Thank God I was able to finish my garment, but when I see it on the models, I don't feel I'm gonna get bought. I know, she still has to put her stuff.
Take care of her.
Put a belt, a nice belt on her.
Okay.
My boys, I didn't see my boys.
Showcasing their designs first, here are John's designers.
The women's pants look good.
I actually like the men's pants better.
You do?
Yeah. I'm just not sure they're gonna go for that fly.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah, I really like that.
It's actually a nice, simple shirt. The question is it enough at this point? It's not working at all.
It's one step away from having a tequila and hot dog stain on it.
Okay.
It's definitely not wowing me.
John, a lot going on the runway tonight. What are your thoughts?
You know, we're 2 weeks left after tonight. We're looking to show what you really got and can you raise the bar, but I'm not feeling the wow.
Oh, brutal. Okay, designers, it's now time to face the buyers. Cassandra.
Hello.
Okay, let's start with Cassandra's women's pieces. Are there any offers from the buyers?
I love you. I just love you.
I think it was great. I was looking for something that would be new and fresh, and I think this pant was all of those things. I'm glad you did a pant. I bought it. I love it.
Thank you. I love you.
Let's move on to Cassandra's men's pant. No offer from Saks Fifth Avenue, which just leaves Express. Congratulations, you sold in both your categories.
Pleated pants are definitely trending for men, so I love that you brought that down the runway. It's great for spring, and it's really fashion forward.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sylvia, come on over. Okay, buyers, are there any bids this week for Sylvia's menswear?
Shoot.
Sylvia, I just really thought that the men's, is a basic polo. At the end of the day, that's why I didn't really buy it. But I've only bought you once. And I just don't feel like your designs are completely resonating with my Macy's girl at this point. So that is making me a little bit nervous, given that we're at week 8.
Okay. John?
It wasn't enough at this point in time in the competition. But I do think Sylvia's definitely one of the most talented people that's been on this runway.
Thank you. Let's go to women's wear. Buyers, are there any offers for Sylvia's women's wear?
We love the top. It's a very sexy top, and we're happy to have it at Saks Fifth Avenue.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Cassandra. You sold your menswear and women's wear pieces. And Sylvia, you sold your women's wear pieces, which are available right now.
This week, Express has Cassandra's plaid pant for men, while Saks has Sylvia's asymmetric top, and Macy's has Cassandra's Japan pant for women. Pick up these stylish designs before they sell out. Coming up, Nicole's last remaining designer faces the buyers.
Come on, guys.
And later, find out which 4 designers will make it one step closer to the finale.
got a 5-minute spell here, okay?
You can just leave it open. I had this idea that maybe it could be a little bit of like a nod to the late Amy Winehouse.
I love the idea of doing a really rebellious big cat eye. And you know, a bubblegum pink lip, which we can get with Maybelline Pink Pop. This is from Color Sensational Vivid.
This is so like young and fresh.
Very young and fresh and very sassy.
Yeah, my rompers and my jackets are complete. I'm thrilled with them. The ultimate goal here is to have your own capsule collection for the store. So I'm showing that I'm really capable of that.
Here we go, here we go.
Showcasing his pieces, here are the looks from Nicole's designer, Daniel.
All right.
I like the natural here. I like the natural and white combination. I think you did a great job with the fit.
I do too. I like the details on the shoulder too.
Yeah. Is it slightly junior?
I feel like Express might like it.
That's true.
You know?
This one I don't love the little bleachy marks that he put on that. They look kind of fake.
And go.
Thank you, Daniel. Nicole?
You know what, Daniel? I thought that you did a great job, and I thought that it was still you, yet saleable, and I love you.
You know, the fit of the jacket was great. I thought the cream version was stronger than the rigid Japanese denim that you like, but I thought that the natural version was very nice.
Thank you.
And now, Daniel, it's time to face the buyers. Are there any bids for Daniel's menswear? Come on, guys. No offer from Macy's, no offer from Saks. Express?
So happy.
You did an every guy kind of piece with your detailed spin on it, which made it really masculine. Our Express guy is going to eat it up.
Are you all right?
No, I'm great. Let's
Don't
keep
pass
going.
out on me. I need you here for a few more minutes because I'm going to ask the buyers now if there are any bids for Daniel's women's wear. Macy's, no offer.
Thank you.
Eric is your new biggest fan.
For me, that piece, it's a no-brainer. It's easy, and any girl is going to look amazing in that. So I got to tell you, you blew my hair back on both pieces.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You have now sold $800,000 worth of clothes. You have sold the most out of anyone on Fashion Star.
Okay. Go ahead, make my day.
I think I just did.
You know what, Daniel? I can't wait to see what you do even after Fashion Star. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Daniel. You sold your menswear and women's wear pieces, which are available right now.
Daniel's denim jacket for men and denim romper for women are both available right now at Express. Hurry to pick up these fresh new styles. Coming up,
I hope that, I'm not on the chopping block for taking this risk.
will Hunter make a comeback from last week?
We just all work so freaking hard.
And
should we have a three-way up here?
Which store will win the bidding war?
Did you bring your briefcase of money or what?
I have it right here.
You like it?
I think you should be in a V-neck.
V-neck, right? This whole challenge is sending me over the edge. I'm mentally, physically exhausted. I'm so overwhelmed. If I go home this week over this anorak, it's gonna be devastating. I'm just like, ugh.
Don't worry, okay? You're overthinking it, and you're really hard on yourself, and you're tired. Hunter, during styling, has a breakdown. And I'm like, Hunter, just chill, man. Like, take deep breaths. All these little details that you think are so important aren't. It's okay. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine.
Showcasing their looks, here are the pieces from Jessica's designers.
I like that. Cool. What's that collar? Leather?
Looks like leather. It's really fat. Like Puff Daddy, you know?
The white is very spring. It's cute. I think it's really wearable, which is nice. I like the long zipper front.
Yeah, that's if they didn't have that, it would be good. Yeah. It's a cute print.
I like this print. I think
I feel like the jackets are a little basic.
Yeah, I think they were scared.
Jessica, how did your team do tonight?
You really did a great job at capturing the all-American girl. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, designers, it is now time to face the buyers. Jessie, Ray, and Garrett, you're up first. Are there any offers this evening for Jessie, Ray, and Garrett's menswear? All right, 3 no offers, but we still have the women's wear. So, moving on to women's wear, are there any offers for Jessie, Ray, and Garrett? Jessica, should we have a 3-way up here?
Absolutely.
It's about that time.
I think we should have a 3-way. That dress is great.
I agree.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I like that, Taryn. Thank you.
Taryn, did you bring your briefcase of money or what?
I have it right here.
The peer pressure right now is intense. I am out. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is as high as it can go, okay? $200,000. You guys now get to choose. And first, let's hear from our buyers. So Caprice, why should those pieces be in Macy's?
I think I've been very clear in my position on you two. I think you're fantastic. I've been a supporter from day one, and I think I've put my money where my mouth is. I'm really expecting you guys to make the right decision.
In other words, don't screw it up.
Taryn?
Make a business decision. And I don't want to appear to be arrogant, but it is Saks, Fifth Avenue, New York.
So, Taryn, this is unbelievably flattering. And Caprice, we know you've been a supporter from day one, and from what you did for us last week, I think it's only fair that we honor that and for our Macy's girl to have this dress.
Awesome. Congratulations.
I think that's a good business decision. I
Touche. All right, congratulations, Jessie Ray and Garrett. You sold your women's pieces, which will be available for America to buy right now. Hunter, your turn. Are there any bids tonight for Hunter's menswear? You have sold every week without fail. But will you sell this week? It's over to the buyers.
Jessie Ray and Garrett's shirt dress is for sale right now at Macy's. Be the first of your friends to own this hot new look. Coming up, will menswear mark the end for Hunter?
That was fast.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably gonna hurt you tonight.
And later,
Mentors, it's decision time.
only 4 designers will make it one step closer to the finale.
Welcome back to Fashion Style. Buyers, are there any bids tonight for Hunter's menswear?
Okay.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Okay, and on to Hunter's women's pieces. Are there any bids tonight? No offer from Saks. Macy's.
Wow. The women's piece was not even right, and that's something that I really expect from you. No matter how far you're stepping out of your comfort zone, I still expect it to be Hunter.
Cool. How make or break is this week, Nicole?
You know, it's really hard for us as mentors to sit here because we're thinking about the end of the show and how we have to put 2 people up. And we can't base it on what you've done in the past anymore. We have to base it on what you're bringing now. And I'm like, oh, I feel like that's probably gonna hurt you tonight.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Hunter, I'm afraid you didn't sell anything, and we'll find out if the mentors are sending you up for elimination at the end of the night. Thank you, designers. Right now, it's all up to Jessica, Nicole, and John. All 5 designers are in jeopardy of leaving us tonight. Remember, sale or no sale, anyone can go.
We just all work so freaking hard. I mean, like, no question. Like, we've worked so hard. All right.
Hunter didn't get bought. And so, more than likely, she's going to be up, you know, and just based on that. And
Yeah.
Jessie Ray and Garrett did. Women's dress bought strong, very strong. Daniel, both pieces, big numbers. Cassandra, she got both pieces bought. And then Sylvia, who got 1 piece bought, which is the women's blouse, which I don't think any of us thought was as strong as Taryn thought it was.
At this point,
Yeah.
you know, it's like everyone's great, so. Yeah. All right.
Mentors, it's decision time. Jessica, who is the first designer that you are putting up for elimination tonight?
I don't know, my heart is pounding because I hate to even say this, but since you didn't sell this week, Hunter, I'm sorry. Like, I don't even know how to tell you that you're in the bottom.
It's okay.
And can I now have the name of the second designer being put up for elimination?
Sylvia, I didn't feel like it was your strongest work today. And at this point in the competition, I'm looking for your strongest pieces, so we have to put you up for elimination.
And that means that the rest of our designers can now head backstage.
Oh my God.
I don't know how they're gonna send one.
I'm so in shock.
One of you is about to make it to our final 4, and the other is about to go home. Taryn, who is Saks Fifth Avenue, voting to send home?
You know, I bought you both, and you both are really good. And it's a very, very difficult decision. But I'm voting to send Hunter home tonight.
Caprice.
You know, I do have to say the fact that you're standing up here is more a testament to how successfully have you been able to take your design aesthetic and translate it to the needs of all three retailers. And based on that, I am voting to send Sylvia home.
Erica, who is Express voting to send home tonight?
You know, ladies, it is almost impossible to make this decision. Hunter, we have really been loving the things that you've brought down. But the past couple weeks, you have lost that mojo, and I don't know if you're going to get that back. And Sylvia, I have to echo with what Caprice is saying, that you are very talented and have really strong designs, but I'm not quite sure if they're for all three of us. So that being said, Sylvia, you are not our fashion star.
I'm sorry, Sylvia.
That's okay. I want to say, like, this experience for me has been amazing. I've learned so much, and I feel honored. I've got this far, and America has been able to see my work, and that's very special to me.
We will miss you. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Sylvia.
I'm such a perfectionist, and this just showing me that we don't have to be scared to make mistakes. Mistakes are human. This show has really been a highlight in my life, and I don't regret any moment of it.
See you next week when the designers tackle the latest trends, putting their own innovative and stylish twists on them. Whose designs will be cutting edge and who will be getting cut? Find out next week on Fashion Star.
You've seen what the buyers have purchased, and now it's your turn. Macy's is selling Cassandra's Japan pant for women and Jessie Ray and Garrett's shirt dress. Saks is carrying Sylvia's asymmetric top, and Express is rocking Daniel's denim jacket and denim romper, and Cassandra's plaid pant for men. Go online right now and get these fabulous looks.
Here's a look at what's happening on the next all-new Fashion Star here on NBC. With only 2 episodes left,
You're either in the final 3 or you're going home.
it all comes down to one last chance.
They're fighting for their lives, really.
I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's just so intense.
NBC's Fashion Star. Watch it next Friday at 8/7 Central. And Monday, The Voice takes the competition to the next level, the Knockout. It's teammate versus teammate. One stays, one goes.
Why don't you just punch me in the face?
Hey, I'll do it.
Blake, you got served.
NBC's The Voice. Watch it Monday and Tuesday at 8/7 Central.